And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Sunday. Eagles was here for a minute. Happy Sunday, Eagles. David is here. Welcome, David. Happy Sunday. How are you, friend? Appreciate you. What's for dinner? Miko says, hello, Super Antonio. And Sadie. Sadie's down here. There, she looked up. How cute is that? Hello, mods, and howdy, folks. Howdy, Miko. Greetings, J-Lash with the thumbs ups. Appreciate you, J-Lash. I always know I'm going to have a great stream if I see those thumbs ups. Thumbs ups to J-Lash. And David has a Miko and a snake emoticon and says JL for J-Lash. Miko says, hey, David, Eagles, and J-Lash. And Callum made it. Greetings, Callum. Shout out to Ireland. David says, there he is. Big C. Big C indeed. David says, wife made hard shell ground beef tacos. I love the hard shell tacos, David. I'm not going to lie. When I think of taco, I think of the crunch hard shell taco. I don't think of the soft tacos. What's that about? I'm glad everyone's here. Appreciate you, friends. Happy Sunday. How are you? Callum says, yo, David. So, 9 viewers in the chat. Welcome, greetings, happy Sunday. Just going to hang out and talk about stuff. Callum says, always cooking something good in the kitchen. David is an artist in the kitchen. He's always making something. And David says, open invitation anytime, Mr. Super Antonio. I appreciate that, friend. I really do. More than you will ever know. Okay, so I am probably going to take the week off from live streaming. I mean, I hate it when YouTubers complain about their channel and talk about burnout. Nobody cares. You're complaining about the greatest job in the world. But you know, I just did 100 days straight, 100-day march, and it did take its toll. I think between that and it being May, and my mother's birthday and Mother's Day, it's really hard for me emotionally, and I don't like saying that. It makes me, it sounds weak, and I don't like appearing weak, but I need to take some time off. I may return for Witcher Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we Witcher, or maybe the horse show. I'm hoping I will feel better by next weekend. It's like I try to like just snap out of things, change my diet, work out more. But all my coping adaptations are not working, and I keep drifting back into a negative space. And I don't want to infect the chat with that and the live streams. So I got to take some time off. I apologize. However, we will definitely be doing the Mother's Day snack stream next week, next Sunday. And I'm looking forward to that. Callum says, here we go. Callum said, had a cheeky smoke for the first time in ages this morning. The tiredness didn't help. Ha ha. And Callum says, it's good that you're taking the week off. We all deserve a break once in a while. Micah is here. Greetings, Micah. David says, Micah. And David also says, take care of yourself, friendo. And Miko says, no worries. You go ahead and take some time off. Yeah, I think I need to. I was thinking about it as I was waiting for this chat that we really need to slow down and put the brakes on for a bit. Just for a bit. I will still, I'll get the pet show video out this week and some other stuff that I've been working on. The language update. John got the Norwegian dialogue from Manzanita Post. And again, just like the NPCs in Saint Denis, they will say hello in their native tongue and then respond or continue the conversation in English. Helm says, I think a week off would be good for you as it gives you more free time to yourself and with Sadie also. I think so as well, but she's pretty well trained. Cruz is here. Cruz says, hello everyone, and hi Super Antonio and Sadie. Greetings, Cruz. Welcome. Micah says, do they speak Swedish or Norwegian at Mancini the Post? They speak Norwegian. Norwegian wood, Callum. Callum asks, been up to much today, David? I'll tell you, we saw a dead rat this morning. A dead, dried, desiccated, freeze-dried rat. Rat jerky on the sidewalk. It was flat. It was as flat as the sidewalk. And she wears a harness. And I lifted her off the ground. She was on her back legs. That's how hard she wanted to investigate and probably eat this rat. But I wouldn't let her. It was really gross. Now, don't look at it. Don't think about it. And she was very interested. So much so that she wanted to visit the rat this afternoon. We had to go to the same spot. She dragged me there, and so I said, okay, we can go look at the rat, but you're not allowed to touch it or even really smell it or get close to it because it's too gross. And we get to the spot where it was, and of course it's gone. Thank goodness. And she's like sniffing around looking for it, and then she looks up to me. She looks up at me as if I have an explanation why it's not there anymore. So I just told her, somebody else took it. And I didn't want you to have that rat anyways. You would think I never feed her, that she is starving at all times. That all I feed her are dried rats. Dried one-star rats. David says, not today, see? And David says, Cruz. And Callum says, same, David, just been chilling out all day. And Cruz asks, Callum, you've been watching the footy. Callum says, went out last night, had a fight. Was a good night nonetheless, though. Saturday night's all right for fighting. Get a little action in. You watch yourself, Callum. I don't want to worry about you. The chat doesn't want to worry about you. And Callum says, yes, Cruz, been watching the Leeds game. So we're going to the playoffs, sadly. And Callum says, I'll be watching the champions leave second legs as well. We are the champions, my friend. Cruz says, drinking chamomile tea. And Cruz says, hello to David. I'm drinking green tea. Finally re-upped my stock, and I bought a big box. I think there's like 60 or 120 in there, a bunch. And so I'm happy. Callum says, you know me, Antonio. The boy was lucky he didn't get a headbutt. Well, I guess that's part of the experience of growing up in Ireland or the UK. Ben says, how's it going, everyone? Just got done watching No Country for Old Men for the first time. In the end, Anton won. That's a great movie, Ben's. Callum says, I think Dortmund is going to win the UCL. And David says, and if the boys want to fight, you better let them. Thin Lizzy. Cruz says, is it the green tea box with the panda on it and it says it's organic, Super Antonio? No, it is not, Cruz. It's really cheap Chinese green tea from my local. It's so good though. Christian says, hello fellas. Hope I'm not too late. You're just in time, Christian. My friends might change my profile picture to another Arthur Morgan. Be right back. No worries, Christian. Appreciate you. We'll be right here. Callum says, I think Leeds United should be the channel team. Okay, Callum. I'm happy to have Leeds as the football team, but you'll have to remind me because I'll probably forget. David says, Mr. Super Antonio, have you ever watched Alias Smith and Jones? That sounds familiar. Alias Smith and Jones. It's an American television series. Oh, it looks interesting. I saw the cowboy hats. This Western features outlaws Hannibal Hayes and Kid Curry trying to go straight, but there's a price for their freedom. Continually chased by bounty hunters and old enemies, they have to stay out of trouble for 1 year to get a promised pardon from the governor. No, I have not, but it sounds great. It sounds like Free Roam Fridays, basically. I'll check it out if it's on Amazon. Christian says, all right, I'm back. It might not show immediately. I can see it, Christian. It has updated. David says, Chris. And Cruz says, and fixed my cracked phone screen today. Well done, Cruz. Christian says, hello, David. Hope you and your wife are all... And happy Sunday to both of you. All the best, friend. Calum says, hate when I break my phone screen. Worst feeling ever. Google Gorilla Glass. Gorilla Glass. Excuse me. Or, Amazon. Buy Gorilla Glass from Amazon. It's a screen protector. And you put that on. It's easy to apply. I think, if you get the off-market one, you get like 3 for less than $8. And you will never, ever, ever have a problem with your phone screen ever again. I can assure you. I should put an Amazon link. I'm going to do that. Amazon. How much is Gorilla Glass? I got the off-market Gorilla Glass, which works just as well. Gorilla Glass. Yeah, it's $8.99 for the iPhone Pro 14. And they're, but I highly recommend it. One, it has a gorilla on the in the logo, and that's always nice. And two, it works. It seriously works. I can't remember how many times I've dropped this thing, and it's fine. Callum says, it is the ultimate mood kill. Yeah, it's, and it's just sketchy having a cracked screen. It's just, I judge people who have cracked screens. I'm sorry to say. I shouldn't judge anyone, but, it's just an indication of other problems in your life. David says, it's a good series from 1971. David, you are a good series. Cruz says, has the cracked iPhone screen since November, LOL. And Cruz continues, the phone cracked when I had a screen protector on it. Bad luck the day it happened. And Cruz says, what's sketchy about a cracked screen, Super Antonio? To me, it just indicates that other things are going on in your life, that it's not a red flag, but it's a yellow flag. But not for you, Cruz. I told you I shouldn't judge people. It's unkempt. It's like having a messy room. Messy room means messy brain and messy life. You got to keep that under control. But I know it happens. Callum says, did my last comment come through about the show you should watch? I'm looking for it, Callum, and I'm not seeing it. What show? Is it about young Irish lads who go down to their local and headbutt rival soccer football teams and then get a haircut and enjoy some devil's lettuce while looking for phone numbers from young Irish lasses, Colleens, I believe that you call them? Kristen asks, how's Sadie, Super Antonio? Is she sleeping as always, never on the job, but always looking beautiful as ever? Yes, she's right down here. She's very tired. She saw a dead rat today that she really wanted to investigate further, and I would not let her. And now she's mad at me. A to the B to the Z, aka Donut Lord. Greetings, friend. Says, I think whenever John or Arthur kill the legendary animals, they go extinct because once they die, you can never hunt them again. Just like the legendary fish. That is a great point, Donut Lord, and I would agree with you. Cruz says, going to finish watching War of the Planet of the Apes before the new one comes out next week. And Callum says, the show you should watch is called Fallout. Yes, I've seen it. Callum, I'm all caught up with Fallout. And I liked it. I did not like Maximus. I didn't like that character at all, especially now in retrospect. I like the girl, Lucy. I really like the juxtaposition between vault life and life on the surface. That was fascinating to me. It reminded me of Mad Max, on the surface, especially Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah, I liked it, on the whole. I just didn't like Maximus's character. And Callum says, I'm 5 episodes down so far. And Ben says, I think Anton Chigurh is one of my favorite movie villains. Yeah, that coin tossed scene. Something about him always checking his shoes for blood and leaving them if they are bloody is an interesting quirk. And Cruz says, I think he watched it, Callum. Super Antonio talked about it before he even mentioned about acquiring a specific Fallout poster. Yeah, Cruz. I was looking at that. I want to get the Nuka-Cola. There's a Nuka-Cola girl. She's like a space girl pinup, and we can get her. I want to get her as a poster and put her on the fridge. I'm looking right now. The fridge has like perfect, especially the lower door. That's like perfect poster size. And I don't really have real estate for posters on my in the kitchen. But I really want that. Maybe I'll do that this week. It might make me feel better. I don't like buying things to make me feel better because I don't think it works, but it absolutely works. Kristen says, Sadie looks like she does not want to be bothered. The way she is positioned in the chair, Super Antonio, like her body language is saying, leave me alone. Well, at least she is in the chair and not on the couch or in her crate. So at least she's making an effort tonight. Ben says, so the legendary animals just make us world-class poachers. Yes, indeed, Benz. Callum says, I don't like Maximus either. He thinks he's better than everyone else. Although he has had his kind, hard-hearted moments. Yeah, but, they didn't set him up well as a character. Say, okay, he's getting beat up and hazed. Okay, you're automatically going to be sympathetic. But, when they have that scene where, the master asks him a question and he can't answer it, so he shows that he's not a good student. It's like you have to have a reason to like him other than the fact that he's being bullied. There's no indication that he would be second in line to become a squire after his tranny friend. You're not allowed to say tranny anymore. The transmission friend gets sabotaged. There's no reason he'd be second in line for that position. It's a valued position. When he's on latrine duty. So to go from latrine duty to becoming a squire in 30 minutes, that's just not going to happen. So they needed to build his character up more. And then he pretty much lets that guy die. Michael Rappaport. Knight Titus, that was his name. Really bugged me. You could just make an effort, even if you tried to save him, or just and couldn't, instead of just watching him die to steal his armor. That made no sense. I guess it makes sense, but, that's just not how a hero acts. Whereas Lucy, I really appreciate her Cold War, mid-century optimism, even in the face of this horrible apocalypse that she's suddenly thrust into. She comes from a civilized place full of rules and law and order. Like the guy says, the guy from Lost and Person of Interest. But, okie dokie. Yeah, so I like her, and of course I love the ghoul, Walton Goggins. Okay, where are we? Ben says, that one scene in the shop and at the last part of the film where he says, call it. Yes, Ben. Callum says, as you say that, I think I remember that, Cruz. Ha. Cruz says, Super Antonio, what's your take on someone with a phone with no screen protector but pristine screen and clean phone? Would that be a green flag? Yes, it would, Cruz. But I think everyone has screen protectors. Cruz says, tunnel snakes rule, Fallout 3 reference. Yeah, but it's like another red flag for me is when you're walking your dog and you're looking at your phone. I see that more with females than males. But, it's like, that's your dog's time. That's you and your dog's time. And your dog, you have a finite amount of time to walk your dog. And whatever's on your phone can wait. But it can't wait. But, I'm addicted to this thing. It's the first thing I look at in the morning. I mean, I'm charging it now. It's the last thing I look at night. I check the channel. I check the market. I check, So, yeah. But, and I have it on me when we're walking, but I don't check it. But also, I always feel I need two hands with this thing. With this little monster. Beast. Wolf. She's very strong. Callum says, I'm excited for the next season already of Fallout, even though I haven't finished the first season. And Cruz says, Transformers, LOL. Yeah, I've got lots I could say about that actor, but I'm not going to. Because the algorithm is listening, and you're only allowed to have one opinion on those types of or on people who make those types of choices. Christian says her effort she is making right now is staying on camera and not running to the couch or crate. Good job, Sadie, for not running away from us unruly bastards and letting us see you. Yes, her eyes are open, and you can see her ears like perked because she's listening. She's listening to everyone. And Callum says, do you know when the next season is coming? No, I do not. But I'm sure there will be one. Ben says, I need that on a shirt. Unruly bastard. I could do that. I haven't made any merch in a long time. Make a note of that, Morgan. Unruly bastard. But I'm going to spell it with an E, like Quentin Tarantino's unruly, Inglourious Bastards. Callum says, I think Maximus didn't help due to Titus telling him that he would be killed when they find out how bad a squire he was. Yeah, but, it's... a good guy helps regardless because he is good, Just because someone's mean to you doesn't, that's not how TV heroes work or how TV heroes should work, personally. Donut Lord says, Super Antonio, do you ever wonder what happened to the gang members' horses after and not the ones at the tumbleweed stables? And I wonder what happened to Arthur's horse's body. I'm sure for that horse, the Murphy brood had extra horse burgers that night to go along with their human meat stew. And I wonder especially about the count when but horses come and go regrettably. Christian says, Benz, someone made a shirt about Uncle, which said, it's like people call me lazy. I'm not lazy. I just don't like working. There's a difference. Yes, I believe everyone in the gang felt that way, Benz, Christian. And Ben says, nice, Christian. And Ben says, I've been watching some more Westerns and other media recently. I really liked No Country for Old Men. Made me sad in some parts. I guess it lives up to its title. Young guy kills all the old ones. And Callum says, I was surprised to say the least when he put the blade in his lady friend's boot. Oh, Callum, you thought he did that? And Ben says, Ghoul is the best part about the Fallout show. He is a very interesting character. But I've always liked Walton Goggins. Very underrated. He was in a show called Justified, which is another modern Western that I can highly recommend. I think that was on FX. And I don't know where it's available. Probably on Netflix and Hulu. And Cruz says, No Country for Old Men was a Western? Yeah, it was a modern Western. Much like Breaking Bad is a modern Western. And, I kind of prefer, of course, the traditional Westerns. Horses and hats and six-shooters. Callum says the okie dokie is the best catchphrase in the show. Yeah, she's very charming. Ben says, I enjoyed Longmire. I've seen Justified as well. Yeah, Longmire's good. That's another modern Western. Yeah, I enjoyed Fallout. More than I thought I would. But I still think the best science fiction series that Amazon has produced so far is The Expanse. I can highly recommend The Expanse in terms of world building. And, it's just a beautiful, beautiful show. And right now, pound for pound, I like The Expanse better than Fallout. But that could change. Cruz says, not too familiar with modern Westerns, LOL. Cruz, you, my friend, are a modern Western. Ben says, Anton's bolt cap gun was terrifying, especially when he would shoot the locks off doors. And Callum says, probably going to watch an episode or two before bed. Okay, Callum, that sounds like a plan. $12 viewers in the chat. Welcome, friends. Appreciate you being here. Happy Sunday. We're just kind of hanging out, having a nice conversation about whatever comes up. Donut Lord says, what do you think is better? May I stand unshaken when Arthur rides back to camp? When Arthur passes away, may I stand unshaken? May I stand unshaken when Arthur rides back to camp? It's a beautiful moment after the intensity of Gorma and, first playthrough, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing where everyone is. Serena's here. Serena says, hi, Antonio. Sorry I'm late. I woke up really sick. I'm sorry to hear that, Serena. You get well soon. Everyone say hi to Serena. And Serena says, hi, everyone. And Miko says, hello, Serena. David says, there she is with the star hearts emoticon. Callum says, hey, Serena. And Serena says, hi, Miko, and hi, David. Serena, Sadie's here. She's resting. I have these new treats. Have you heard of this company, David? Fruitables. They're on Amazon. And I like this company. I usually get her, the pumpkin, I think they're pumpkin bananas. But they had these ones. It's a new line. It's called Skinny Mini. And I like the name. And these are apple bacon. And she likes apple, and she likes bacon. And they are tiny. They are only 3 calories each. I think they're made for little yappy dogs. But they work. She likes them. Say hi to Serena and David and everyone and Callum. Comes from Ireland. He might know some Irish dogs. And Christian. Christian says, hello, Serena. So sorry to hear that. I hope you get better, friend. Happy Sunday, or should I say Monday, since you're always in the future. Tell us, will Sadie stop sleeping on the job? You can ask her yourself, Christian, and she will probably say if she thinks about it. She has to think about it. She's thinking right now. Serena says, hi, Callum. Benz has the Star Hearts emoticon. And Serena says, hi, Benz. And hi, Christian. Cruz says, I guess I would be the modern Western. I do prefer Glocks over double action lever handhelds, LOL. The Glocks, an Austrian weapon. I prefer the Colt 1911, which is not very modern. Served our country well, the Colt 1911. Cruz says, hi, Serena, and Christian says, hello. And Cruz says, sounds like just regular predator bait, LOL. Yeah, it's not potent, it's regular, it's tiny, but it's apple and bacon, and she likes both of those. And Christian says, Super Antonio City immediately got up when she heard the bag. Yeah, it's right here. It has all of her attention. And Serena says, hi, Sadie, beautiful girl, and hi, Cruz. And Callum says, Sadie's growing up so fast. Yeah, not too fast, please. Ben says, just did my first Ben's Viewer outfit showcase on my channel. An outfit I called The Red was submitted by one of my viewers. Well done, Benz. Odog is here. Greetings, Odog. Odog has the members exclusive Arthur emoticon. Odog, how are you, friend? Happy Sunday. What's for dinner? And David says, hope you feel better, Star Hearts. And David also has a moon doggy emoticon for Odog. Serena says, thank you, Antonio, and everyone. And Ben says, who uses the double action? Terrible gun. Miko says, hey, Odog. Callum says, knowing Serena, she'll be back to her healthy self in less than a day. And David says, don't use the double action. Odog says, what up, DB boy? Hi, Star Hearts. Ben's has a fist bump for Ben's and sup Christian. And Ben says, what's good, Odog? And Odog says, sup Cruz. Christian says, Ben's double action has a very fast shooting rate and reload. Christian asks, what's good, Odog? And how are you, friend? Serena says, thank you, Callum, and hi, Odog. Callum says, need to get back on Red Dead soon. Haven't been on in quite a while. Feels too long. Odog says, leftovers, Chinese food. Well, you know, Chinese food, like pizza, tastes great as leftovers. What did I have? I had that salmon scramble I was talking about. Salmon, potatoes, what else? Cabbage, cheese, something else. There was something else in there, another veggie. Spinach, and egg over toast. And it was a delicious. Metro Plier says, hello, I'm here. Greetings, Metro. Happy Sunday. Calm says, Sadie looks like she's about to doze off. Ha ha. Yeah, she's trying very hard. She's making an effort. She gets an A for effort. Ben says to Christian, but its damage is like spitting on your enemy. Bet spitting is more practical than using it, the double action. And Serena says, Antonio and friends, did you see my latest video on Red Dead Online? Yeah, I did, Serena. It was great to see your character, the Lady in Red. And Cruz says, just subscribe to Ben's. Ben says, thanks, Cruz. David says, yes, I did. That's for Serena, I'm sure. Christian says, yeah, one thing, double action has terrible accuracy. And Donut Lord asks, do you think the legendary coyote is the Bat Honor coyote? That's an interesting point. It is huge and black. So I think you may have something there, Donut Lord. Also, imagine the Panther looking down from Panther Heaven, seeing Arthur and John making him into the Panther Trail saddle. They did what? And Serena says, hi, Metro Plier. And Ben says, Cruz, if you have any outfits you want me to showcase, tell me. It's ingredients on my community post, and I can showcase it. And David says, Metro. Calum says, haven't seen that Jesse guy in the channel for a while. And Metro says, hello, Starhearts. Yeah, Calum. But, trolls come and go. They move on. They move on to more, to channels that pay more attention to them and that interact with them better. So I'm sure they found another channel to bother. Metro says, hello, Star. Serena says, Ben saw your video, gave you a like and a comment. And Ben says, thank you, Serena. Christian says, well, there is my answer. Sadie will always sleep no matter what unless she hears those treats. Then she is up immediately. Yeah, she moved to her crate. Serena says, thank you, Antonio and everyone. Really appreciate your support. Love you all. And Ben says, I always do Master Hunter 10 so I can get the Superfly Panther cloak. And Cruz says, okay, Ben's. Although my Arthur isn't usually fancy, more rugged and miskept. It probably won't make the cut. And Tinker, greetings friend, says, hey Super, when is the pet video? Working on it right now, Tinker. I might have it out this week. So if you have any pets you would like to submit, there's still time. Send your pet photos to reddeadsuperantonio@gmail.com. And happy Sunday, Tinker. Glad you're here, friend. Ben says, that's fine, Cruz. I usually showcase outfits as John due to me having more clothes unlocked as him. And Serena says, hi, Tinker. There is a cheat code. Cannot recall which one it is. David probably knows it. What's that about? Where you can unlock all the outfits, including the Legend of the East outfit. You don't get the perks of the Legend of the East outfit, but you can unlock it and try it on and wear it. Tinker says, hello, Starhearts. And Calum says, I'm going to head to bed, Antonio. It was nice speaking to you and everyone else for half an hour. I hope you enjoy the week off, and hopefully the possibility of a Witcher Wednesday will be exciting. Okay, Calum, appreciate you, friend. You watch your head. Saturday night may be all right for fighting, but not the rest of the week. And shout out to Leeds, the new football channel team. Donut Lord says, everyone loves the trapper outfit and also the nice alligator gambler hat. Yeah, I do like that alligator hat. David says, don't use cheat codes. Yeah, we do not cheat on this channel. And Callum says, hope everyone has a good week and enjoys the good weather. I'll be getting out swimming most of the week. Hopefully, good night, guys, with some heart emoticons. Yeah, that Callum, he's a nice young Irish lad. I wish he would lay off the devil's lettuce, but I'm sure he'll grow out of it as time goes by. David says, later, see. Ben says, I might throw up my Red Dead 1 Accurate John outfit on my channel for anyone who wants a Red Dead 1 Accurate John. That sounds like a plan, Benz. And Callum says, no more fighting for the rest of the week. Ha ha! Yes, Callum. I'm going to hold you to that. Cruz says, did you run into the barista again this weekend, Super Antonio? I'm enjoying the exposition of it you've got developing currently. And Odog says, what's the best saddle again? I think the alligator trapper, the rattlesnake vaquero saddle. And Odog says, using an Andalusian. Okay, what happened with Kira? Let me think. Saw her on Friday morning, hung out. She gave me a free double espresso. What's that about? And we had a nice conversation. She likes the dog a lot. I think, I'm always very, I'm very conservative in my flirting. I'm not gonna like jump in there and make them and be like, hey, I'm Super Antonio. So I'm just kind of like feeling her out conversationally. But she does smoke, and she did invite me to. Oh, Callum's gone. But she did invite me, or she asked if I smoke. I indulge in the devil's lettuce, and I told her that I don't because I don't want to make a bad impression on Sadie, and she seemed to find that very charming. But yeah, she is very much the type of woman that I have been with in the past that I don't want anymore. But she's very comfortable in terms of, I know her character, I know her lifestyle, I know the music she listens to. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just kind of, she's someone to talk to, I guess. Donut Lord says, why does the Panther Trail saddle look different? Because when you kill the panther, it has its coat, but when you craft it, it doesn't have the same coat. Yeah, you can ask the devs. What's that about? The trapper added his own spin, Donut Lord. And Ben says, I'm not ashamed of it, but I am a diehard Red Dead 1 purist. So all I wear is John's iconic cowboy outfit. And Cruz says, Callum, enjoy your youth, bro. Nothing quite like it once you get in your 20s. It's just different. And Miko says, Panther Trail saddle, I think. And Odog says, nice, Super Antonio. Yeah, Odog, I know you approve. But, it's like, she's not the type of girl I want. I don't know who I'm looking for. Just something different. Someone, I don't know. It's like I keep making the same mistakes, and I keep dating this type of girl. So if I want to stop making those mistakes and make new mistakes, I need to find someone different. So we'll see. I don't know. Serena says, Antonio and friends, it's just me. Is it just me when I play Red Dead 1? Does Thieves Landing turning to night? Always nighttime there. That's interesting, Serena. I hadn't noticed. I don't believe so. Sadie just sighed. Did you hear her sigh? Odak says, it'd be funny if she was here. Yeah, I don't think she knows about me. I hope she doesn't know about me. Miko says, oh, very nice update, Super Antonio. Just see how it goes. No rush. Yeah, I'm not, I enjoyed the free coffee and I paid for it anyways. I just left her I just dumped everything in the tip jar. However, that, I think that just encourages her. But she does let me bring the dog in there. So that's nice. Odog says, it's just an herb to Sadie. Yes, that's true, Odog. And Cruz says, you've got a short film narrative in the works, Super Antonio. Might see the story on Hallmark TV channel one day. And Cruz says, what kind of traits are you looking for, Super Antonio? I don't know, Cruz. I really don't. I haven't really thought it through. I'm not, the part of the thing is I'm not really looking. I'm very happy on my own. I'm very happy being single and independent. And I'm not really looking forward to messing that up by adding another person into the mix. I don't care how exciting it is at first. And, the naked romantic stuff. Yeah, that's always fun, but, it's just not worth it to me right now. Odog says, well, you're lost. Just keep her around. Odog, yeah, I mean, I should listen to you, Odog. And Cruz says, I'm looking for a nice girl that speaks fluent Spanish and has the same culture as me. Been praying about it. That sounds good, Cruz. We're going to pray too. And Odog says, stop classifying females or you'll forever be alone. I don't mind being alone right now, Odog. That's part of the thing. And Ben says, Serena, it's just dark there normally about Thieves Landing, the landing of thieves. Cruz says, Super Antonio might have to hire a summer intern. and Odog says, don't have a prejudiced POV. Remember that, Benz. And Serena says, okay, Benz, thanks. Every time I ride there, it turns nights when it's daytime. And Mama One is here. Mama One says, hey, everyone, we are late, but we are here. Our son is home for the week. Everyone say hi to Mama One. Greetings, Mama One. Happy Sunday. Odog says, hey, Mama One. And David says, there she is. And Donut Lord says, did you know that there is a hat on Guarma called the Sun Hat? Also, why can't we take the satchel off? Also, it takes too long to craft things for camp. And the other satchels. Yes, I did know about that Sun Hat. I have many videos on it. Or I have a video on it. You can get it from the NPCs. Collectible hat. One of the only things you can pick up, apart from the snakes. And the parakeet feathers. Cruz says, hi, M1. And Serena says, hi, Mama One. And Mama One is glad to see you all. Odog says, no harm in tossing folks you don't fully know. And Cruz, people can grow. Spanish can be learned. Yeah, Cruz. What if you find someone and you teach him Spanish? It's like, I had a friend, I won't tell you his name, but he's Chinese American and he's very shy. He's he's a coder, and he's much more comfortable with computers and online. And he met a girl from Germany, and he was so enamored with her that he actually went to Germany, to Munich, to meet her. And he asked me if I should do, we were friends, and he asked me if, what my opinion was. And the first thing I said, well, yeah, I mean, I understand that, love, but there's plenty of girls in this city. And then I said, and there's plenty of girls in America. But no, he had to go out there, and it did not go well. She showed up at the airport with her friend Horst, and it got very awkward. Glennis Coleman is here. Greetings, Glennis. Happy Sunday. Where are we? Odog says, just remember, people are supposed to learn and grow with you. Greetings, Glennis. Happy Sunday. And Odog says, and you with them. Very well said, Odog. And Odog says hi to Glennis. David says hi to Glennis. And Cruz says, wait, Super Antonio, did your relative follow up with you about the Tinder story? No, he did not. And I take that to my cousin met a Ukrainian young lady, and I was certain he was being catfished, but I did not want to tell him that. And I think the fact that he hasn't talked about her means that he figured it out, hopefully. She might have asked him for money. I would assume that was coming next. But no, I haven't heard from them. But I will see him probably in the next couple of weeks. My sister is planning to do something on my mother's birthday, which I'm kind of not looking forward to, but I know it'll be good for me. So we'll catch it. I will have an update then. I hope he's not going out to see her with a cashier's check for $10,000 to help her with her burgeoning business that she will be able to pay back immediately after the banks open in the morning. And Mama One says, Cruz, did you find you will find your soulmate, I promise. Love is like a GPS. Sometimes it takes you a different way. There will be times when you think the GPS knows where it's going, but it does, I promise. Oh, that's very, very nice. Very well said, Mama One. And I'm sure very comforting for Cruz. Yeah, Cruz, just see what the universe puts in front of you. And Glynis asks, how is everyone? We're very well, Glynis. Appreciate you being here. Just kind of talking about whatever comes up. Sort of talking about relationships. Cruz says, what does horsed mean? Super Antonio went over my head. I'm not sure what that is, Cruz. Serena says, I did Spanish at school and Italian. I came at the top of my class. Well done, Serena. And Miko says, Germany, I hope we didn't say vamos, vamos. And Serena says, hi, Glynis. Donut Lord says, Red Dead 2 should have jaguars and leopards. And there could also have been a legendary leopard and a legendary jaguar. Well, the Giaguaro panther. Giaguaro is Espanol for panther, isn't it, Cruz? And Glynis says, I didn't do well in Spanish at all. That's okay, Glynis. Mama One says, you may think the love GPS doesn't know where the hell it is, but it does. Sorry for the spelling errors. No worries, Mama One. And Odog says, you need to cry. And that's for me, Odog. I know that. I haven't really cried, for my mom's or my dad's death. It's just, well, actually, I did at one point, but it just, I did cry on camera. I think you were here at that point. Yeah, that was awkward. What was that about? So yeah, it just surprises me. The grief surprises me. It comes in waves. What's that about? But it takes me completely by surprise. I'll just be fine, and then I'll just get hit with a wave. Ben says, okay, just uploaded my Red Dead 1 John outfit, so if anyone needs a Red Dead 1 accurate John outfit, check that out. And Cruz says to Mama One, thanks, Mama One. I had a strong feeling I found someone, could have worked out, but I was too young to understand those feelings at the time, so I messed it up. Nowadays, I've grown into it, ready for the next. And Odog says, good soul cleanse never hurts long term, helps with mourning. And Serena says, I will check it out soon, Benz. And Odog says, don't miss God's gift to you, trying to classify females. Christian asks, Super Antonio, what's the best mission in Red Dead Redemption 2 for Arthur? Because Arthur literally got all the best missions. Good pictures of... did you take pictures during mission? And can't forget the mangoes. I would have to do best missions by chapter, personally, because there's always a highlight mission. Mama One says, Horst is a German name, an old German name. And Cruz says to Mama One and Odog, still she has to have a strong grasp of Spanish, be willing to teach the future kids, and really enjoy my culture's food. Those are my demands, LOL. Cruz, do you go to church? I mean, you might meet someone nice at church. And Odog says, Cruz, that can be learned. They do have babies, Babbel, and other language apps. And Odog says, it's simply called growth, friend. Ben says, I still haven't talked to the lady I told you about yet. I just don't want to do it and get my heart broken. Yeah, you got to take that chance, Benz. You have to take a leap of faith. Cruz says, Super Antonio's Asian friend flew to Germany, got friend-zoned at the airport. Yes, Cruz, that happened. But I guarantee he had very little experience with females in IRL. Kristen says, don't forget to toss a coin to Super Antonio into the singing jar, friends. He's pouring his heart out to us. Yeah, I didn't sing tonight. I just didn't feel it. I've been in an odd mood, Christian. Christian, Benz, do it and grow. Don't stunt your growth. And Odog says, if she says no, there's millions of others. It is a big world. Well said, Odog. And Mama One says, sometimes grief is suddenly there. Sometimes it just happens. Like earlier today, my husband was watching an old movie and he saw a guy strike a match with his thumb and he cried because his dad did that. Yeah, I can understand that. You just, you get side struck by memories you didn't even know you had. And Odog says, Cruz, she may also not be here in the U.S. Mama One says, my father-in-law used to strike anywhere matches to light his Chesterfield King cigarettes. And Odog says, my lady isn't in the same town as me, and she is a fantastic person. Serena says, Benz, I can understand how you feel. Just say something. If it doesn't work out, or at least you tried, it's her loss, Benz. You will find someone else. There, Benz. You got a female's opinion. So you should listen to that. Ben says, I want to, Odog. She is awesome and cute. But I'm going to try sometime. Either I take a leap of faith and fall into the abyss, or land on a soft cloud. Yes, Benz. But, you will never not be afraid, but you will get used to it. Christian says, yeah, listen to Odog. You got to take your chances. As Hosea says, you never know how this life is never going to be a straight path anywhere. Very true, Christian. Cruz says, Odog, yes, Odog. Right now, she's my cultural background country, making food from scratch with a Bible right next to her, God willing. And Odog says, Benz, you're not a man till you face adversity. Don't be scared of growing up. Very well said, Odog. And Miko says, indeed, every feller will go through this sooner or later. And David says, you're going to land on your feet, Benz. Yeah, whatever happens, Benz, you will land on your feet. Odog says, Benz, at your age, it's likely an abyss, but make a friend for life. No harm in that. Mama One says, women are not the end of the world, no matter what they say. Do not let them break you. They're just pages in your autobiography called life. Very well said, Mama One. The chat benefits from your wisdom and experience. Christian says, if it does happen, Benz, pick yourself up and keep pushing. Trust me, you'll find the one. And Ben says, thank you all for this knowledge and letting me know from your experiences. This chat has given me laughs and a lot of knowledge that I can use. That is what we are here for, Benz, and that's why I keep doing this. Also, I get a lot from interacting with you guys. I do. It's for me just as much as it is for you. Odog says, Benz, it is a passage of life to live and love. Embrace it. And Cruz says, Odog can't say, sorry, it's classified. But when I was a young gun, the young ladies that caught my interest, what background was there did not matter to me as long as she was pretty and we liked each other. And Mama One says, this is reminding me of my father-in-law. He would tell my son things like this, even though he was only 2. He would sit outside and drink Lone Star beer and talk. Yeah, that's family. Happy family memories. It's like I miss my parents, but I miss them when they were young. I don't miss them at the end of their lives. So in a way, I'm missing my youth. And I miss growing up with them when they were actually had the role of parents, but they were young and vibrant and strong and full of life. Serena says, I have made friends where they wanted more. I told them, sorry, I don't want relationship, just want to be friends. They respect me. They moved on and we're still friends. Very well said, Serena. I mean, Serena doesn't have a lot of time for romance when she's out fighting giant spiders and wrestling kangaroos. She has people to save. What's that about? And Mama One says, he was a father to me as much as my real parents. And yeah, Serena, I knew you meant male friends. Christian says, thanks so much for this stream. Love you all, friends. And Benz, you will find the one. You got to take your chances. You never know. It will go good for you, friend. Either way, it will go good for you, Benz. And on that note, I appreciate all of you. We may return for Witcher Wednesdays. I might be taking the week off. I'll see how I feel after a couple days. We will definitely be here for Mother's Day, the Mother's Day snack stream. Really looking forward to it. I love all of you. Shout out to the mods, Mama One, Serena, O-Dog, Christian, David, and the channel members, O-Dog, David, Glynis, if you're still here. Everyone have a great week, and